Hi everybody, and once again welcome to Pankaj's Echelon tutorials, and this is in continuation of video number 1 on factorization that I made just a couple of days before. So today I will continue with the same. So this is video number 2 on factorization, and let me write this for you. This is for ICSE curriculum, and it's for the 7th grade, and the subject is maths, of course, and the topic is factorization. Okay, now as I had told you in the last video, I think I mentioned about how to find the HCF of two monomials. Then I gave you the meaning, the proper precise understanding of factorization. What is factorization? And this HCF of the monomials is used in factorization. That was what I wanted to put into your mind. Okay. Now, today I'm going to start with some simple expressions, and I'm going to tell you what is the factorization expression corresponding to that. Okay. So let me start with the very first one. Now, these are very simple ones. Okay. Basic. And this is 7th grade maths. So it has to be very, very elementary. Okay. So let us take this example, 5a minus a 20, right? Now this is an expression because these are two terms and the two terms are separated by a minus. And I told you, whenever a number of terms, two or more terms, are separated by a plus or a minus, not by multiplication and division, okay, by plus or a minus, then such an expression, okay, can be converted into an expression which is in terms of the product of two terms. Okay, so something into something. When you do that, actually you have done factorization. And to do this you have to find out the HCF of the two terms. In this case there are two terms, so you'll have to find out the HCF. Now if you carefully think, HCF is nothing but a common factor, okay, between the terms. Okay, and it should be the highest common factor. Okay, so between 5 and 20, I think 5 is the common factor as well as the highest common factor. Okay, 5 is the highest common factor, so that I am taking out. Okay, and that I'm taking out, that is common. Now once I take that out, from the first term, if 5 is out, I'll be left with a, and then there's a minus sign. From the second term, already if 5 is gone, so 5 into how much is 20? 5 into 4 is 20. So 4 I will write over here. So the two factors are 5 into a minus 4. This is the factorization of 5a minus 20. So answer has to be 5 into a minus 4. Okay. Now, second question. Suppose it is 15a minus a 20, right? Now between 15 and 20, what is common factor, and that to the highest? Again, it will be 5. Okay, 5 is the common factor, right? So 5 I'll remove out and I'll put a bracket, and from this 15a, 5 is gone out. Now I'll be left with 3 because 5 into 3 is 15, and a as well. So it will be 3a. Then this sign is minus, I'll put a minus sign. Then 5 is out, so 5 into how much is 20? 5 into 4 is 20. So this will be my answer. So 5 into 3a minus 4 are the factors. Okay. This is how you have to do factorization questions. Okay. So all you have to think about is what common factor, that to the highest common factor, you can remove out common, and that you remove, and in the second bracket you write down what is left out. Okay. Now let us go for the third one. Third one is minus x square minus x plus ax. Now here you will find that there are three terms. Okay, these are three terms in this expression. These are three terms. Now in this, all these three terms, what is common that you can see? I can see that there is a x which is common. Okay. Now you will have to see numbers also, and you will have to see the variables also. Now here there is the coefficients of all the term is 1 only. Okay. Here there is a 1. Here there is a 1. Here there is a coefficient of x is a. Okay. So in terms of numbers, in terms of coefficient, nothing is common. Okay, from these three, nothing is common. So in terms of variables, you can see that x square, x and x. Okay, these are the three terms. In first term you have x square, in second term you have x, In third term also you have x. So these are the variables. From the variables, what you can take common is x. Okay. What you have to take? X as common, right? The lowest power you have to take. So this x square, this is x1, this is x1. So the lowest power is x1. That you have to take common out and then put a bracket. Now from the first term, if you see from the first term, that is minus x square, if x is removed out as common, what will be left is minus, and then x into x is x square, so there will be minus x. And you can verify this when you open this bracket, when you multiply this out, this will be plus into minus minus, and then x into x is x square, so minus x square. So you are getting this minus x square. Now you will put this minus sign over here, and in second term, if you remove x out of it, you will get a 1. Then there's a plus sign. If you remove x out of it, you will get a plus a. So you got this answer. So the answer for factorization is x bracket minus x minus 1 plus a. Is that clear? This is how factorization works. The next one, fourth one, it's a minus 6x square plus 4x minus 2px. Again, here you can see there are three terms. In these three terms, if you see the numbers, okay, it's 6, 4, and 2. So try to find out the HCF of this 6, 4, and 2. Now, every time, instead of finding the HCF, you just see what is the highest common factor. Now, highest common factor has to be 2 over here. Okay. So, because 2, when you remove it out, okay, it will be 2 into 1 is 2, your 2 into 2 is 4, and your 2 into 3 is 6. So, 2 is something which you can remove out as highest common factor for numbers. Then what you can do is you can take the variables x square, x, and x. So, again, from these three variables, x you can take common out. Now, once this is taken common out, put a bracket. Now from the first term, that is minus 6x square, 2x is out. So when 2x is out, first of all, you will put a minus sign over here. Then 2 into how much is 6? 2 into 3 is 6. So you will put a 3 over here. Then x into how much is x square? X into x is x square. So it will be, you will put x over here. Okay. Now if you want, you can verify this. Multiply out these two. Plus into minus minus. 3 2s are 6. And x into x, x square. So it will be minus 6x square. You are getting this first term. Right. Then this plus 4, this plus sign you will put. Now see, you should put the sign according to your logic. Okay. Now here there is a plus. Plus into plus will be plus. Okay. That you have to, same time you have to see whether you are able to multiply out this bracket also. Okay. So when plus is put, 2 is already out. So you will have to put your 2. Out of 4, 2 is already out. So 2 into how much is 4? 2 into 2 is 4. So I'll put that 2 over here. Now x is already out here. So here from this 4x, x is already out. So here nothing will be left in terms of x. Variable means nothing will be left. So you'll just have this plus 2 over here. Okay. Then come to this sign. This is minus sign. Now from minus 2px, 2 is already out. So I'll put a 1 over here. Then p is left out, and then x is already out, so I'm not going to put anything inside, so it will be just 1p. Okay, so this has to be answer, 2x bracket minus 3x plus 2 minus a p. Now whether you write 1p or you write only p, it means one and the same. So you can write this as 2x minus 3x plus 2 minus a p. So that was the answer for this third one. Fourth one. Fifth one is 3x plus a 9y plus a 18z. Okay. Now here in these three terms, 1, 2, and 3, 3, 9, and 18. So 3 will be the highest common factor that you can remove out. Okay. And x, y, and z may nothing is common. In variables, nothing is common. So nothing in variables can be removed out. So just 3 is something which you can remove out as common. Then put a bracket. Out of this 3x, 3 is out. So you will be left with a x over here. Out of this 9y, 3 is out. So 3 into how much is 9? 3 into 3 is 9. So that you will put here. And y is already here. Then this plus sign. Now 3 into how much is 18? 3 into 6 is 18. Z you will have to put because that is not common. So this has to be answer. 3 into x plus 3y plus 6z. So this is how we have to do factorization. Okay. Now we will move on to a slightly difficult ones slightly. Okay, the sixth one is you can go for this x square y square plus a 4x square. Okay. Now here in terms of numbers, if you see 4 and 1, so nothing is common, right? So you cannot do anything about it. In terms of variables, x square and x square y square, you can take x square as common out. Okay, because that you can see in both, right? And here you have y square, but here you don't have anything in terms of y. Okay, so only x square is something which is common in these two terms, so that you have to take out common, put a bracket. Now from this x square y square, when x square is out, it is taken out, what is left is y square, so put a y square over here, then a plus sign. Now from the second term, that is 4x square, x square is out, so you are left with this 4, so this has to be answer. Okay, x square into y square plus 4. The seventh one is, let us try this one, 6x square minus a 36xy. Okay. Now out of this 6 and 36, the highest common factor is 6 that you can take out. And from the variables, it is x square and xy. Okay. So you have to take the lower one. So x you can take. From x square and x, you will take x. And y, though it is not common in both the terms, so leave it as it is. So 6x is something you can remove out as common, then put a bracket. Now out of 6x square, when 6x is out, you will be left with one more x, that's it, then minus sign. Out of 36, 6 is out, so you will be left out with another 6, because 6 into 6 is 36. X is already out, so you will be left with nothing over here, but y you will have to put, because y is not common. So this has to be our answer, 6x into x minus 6y. Right? Now, eighth one is, suppose you have, instead of, three terms in an expression, suppose you have four terms. Now, let us try this one. AB square is the first term. This is the second term, A minus C into B. And this is the third term, C. Okay. Now, here you can see there are 1, 2 and 3 terms. Okay, but you can see that the second term itself, you can expand it, okay, and make it 4 terms. So this can be written as AB square, as it is I'm writing. Now this particular second term, I will just expand it. So minus B into A is minus AB, and minus B into minus C will be plus BC. Okay. And then this minus C is the last term that I can add up, right? So now what I have done is, instead of these 3 terms, I have made it 4 terms by, expanding the second term. Okay. So now I get 4 terms. Now out of these 4 terms, I am going to choose two terms at a time. Okay. Let me choose these 2 terms and let me see what I can remove common from the first 2 terms. So from the first 2 terms, I can remove AB as common. Okay, and I'll be left with, in the bracket, just a B, and here I'll be left with minus 1. Okay, from here, the second group of these 2 terms, if I take plus C as common, okay, in the bracket I'll get BC I want, right? So I'll put a B over here, and then here there'll be a minus, and C into 1 is C, so minus 1. Now can you see here I'm getting these 2 brackets same. Okay, so hey Rekha, so you can see that in this, these 2 brackets are same, B minus 1, B minus 1. So you will have to take that B minus 1, the same bracket, and write it over here. And then you are left with this AB plus C. So that you have to put in another bracket, AB plus C. Okay. Now when you do this, once again, when you do this, AB plus C. Okay. Yeah, you are getting 2 brackets now. Okay, B minus 1 in one bracket and AB plus C in another bracket. So this term, these 4 terms, which was making this full expression, that you have converted into two brackets now, which are in terms of product. So the answer has to be this only, that is b minus 1 times ab plus c. Is that clear? Now let us try this similar one, ninth, one more. Suppose you have a mp, then a mq, then a p, and then a q. Okay. Now again you have four terms over here. Now from these four terms you will have to make a group of two terms, but you have to make a group in such a way that when you remove the common out, okay, you should get similar bracket. Like here you got b minus 1, okay, and b minus 1. That way you should get similar brackets. Okay, so here if I take this as a group of two terms and this as a group of two terms, okay, but I cannot take this as a group of two terms, because in p and q I can see there's nothing common. Okay, so what I can do is, yeah, but here 1 and 1 is common. Okay, so let me take this, right? Now from these two terms, this group of two terms, what I can see common is m. So I'll take m as common. So I'll remove that m common out, and when I remove that m common out, I'll be left with here as p, and here I'll be left with q. So p plus q plus. Now in this second group of two terms, I can see that only one, the number 1 I can take as common out. So plus 1 I'll take common out and I'll put a bracket. Now 1 into how much is p? So p is left out, so 1 into p is p. Then this plus sign, and from this 1q, 1 is out, so you are left with this q. So you are getting similar bracket, p plus q and p plus q. So that p plus q bracket you just write once. Instead of two times, you write out only once. And then in the second bracket, you will have to write this m plus 1. So this is the factor form of this expression. So that was the ninth one. And the 10th one is, you can try out this one. 2m cubed minus 6m square plus pm minus a 3p. Now these are four terms, so I'll make a group of two terms. Okay, now how I'm going to make a group, let us try this only. Okay, these are the group of two terms, right? Now from this 2m cube and minus 6m square, from this group I can remove 2 as a common in case of numbers, and in case of variables this is m cube and this is m square, so I'll have to take the lower power, so m square I'll take common out. Okay, then I'll put a bracket here. Now I'll see from 2m cube, 2 is already out, and from m cube, m square is already out, so I'll be left with 1m. Okay. Then a minus sign. From this second term, 6m square, 2 is already out, so 2 into how much is 6? 2 into 3 is 6, so I'll put a 3 over here, and m square is already out, so I have nothing to write over here, so I'll close the bracket. Then from plus sign, now from these two, what common I can remove is, I'll remove again p as a common, okay, because I can see p in both. So p is removed out common, so I'll put a bracket now. Now to get pm, I'll have to write a m over here. So p into m is pm, right? So that is something I will write over here. Then I'll put a minus sign. Now from this 3p, already p is out. So what is left? 3. So can you see I'm getting a repeated bracket of m minus 3. So in the last step, I'll just repeated bracket, I'll write just once. That is m minus 3, I'll write once. And then I'll write the remaining thing, that is 2m square plus a p. So this is the factorization of the 10th one. So with this, I am going to end up this today's video. I think I have taught you a step ahead. By going a step ahead, I have taught you how to factorize, expressions which are more than 3 terms. That is 4 terms. You'll have to do the grouping and you'll have to find out. In the next video, we'll go a step ahead and find out how to factorize if the expression is in the form of the differences of the two squares. Okay. So that we'll be doing in the next video. Till then, goodbye, good luck, see you, bye.